It would be fascinating to know what Ivey Hayes dreams about at night. Whatever it is, there's a pretty good likelihood that he wakes up with a smile on his face and can't wait to get to work, putting paintbrush to canvas.
I'm just bubbling over inside and saying, man, isn't this great? And so I have fun. I mean, I have fun 24/7 when I'm painting.
And Ivey Hayes is one of those painters whose work you don't soon forget. Sinuous shapes swirl across his creations. Brilliant colors present themselves in riotous array. There are no shades of gray here. Colors are so richly applied that the sounds and smells of the beach come close at hand. You can practically reach out and touch the fish. Choose a bucket of oysters for dinner. Begin to know what it's like to work tobacco. Or even pick cotton. And you can almost hear the music. And have a pretty good idea what Ivey Hayes dreams about at night. How did this man come to paint this way? As if the very rainbow has been summoned to his service.
Actually, it started in the first grade, really. I had a love for the pencil to draw things. And so it was something that was in me, I had to do. I didn't have a choice. I lived it, I walked it, I talked it, I dreamed it. Everything was like art. It was like life for me. I didn't have to push myself, it was in me. It took hold of me, and all I had to do was just do.
So the boy who could outdraw his teachers was off and running toward a future that eventually would allow him to make a living doing something he loved. Although not before trying a variety of other occupations in different Carolina towns, and then being thrown one critical curveball that would change his life and his art. If Ivey Hayes' first gift was his talent, his second gift was born from adversity.
When I moved back home in the early 80s, I started work at Federal Paper in Wilmington. A few years later, I came down with an illness, rheumatoid arthritis. The doctors suggested to me as a form of therapy to start drawing and painting. And so as a result of an illness, some of the positive things came out of this.
Ivey continued painting right along, despite his damaged hands. Gentle but arresting watercolors in natural hues for the most part. And then he was presented with a fresh vision for his art. One bursting with brightness and distorted human images without discernible facial features. And there were design elements reminiscent of Africa.
When the Lord began to show me things, a whole new world opened up to me. These are bright colors. And sometimes he would show me like 4 paintings, one right behind the other, and usually were images of silhouette women. These people have on, or ladies would have on, these long flowing gowns, full of light, moving, sweeping, full of geometric patterns, you name it. And it blew me away, literally. I didn't ask for this gift. It was given to me. Before I really began to use it in my paintings, I didn't want to accept that because it looked so strange and so odd. And wow, where'd that come from? You know, but I enjoy it today. Why? Because it's me.
It's not hard to imagine how, given Ivey Hayes' level of inspiration, he has produced so much work, available in varied formats in the store adjacent to his Wilmington studio, and in galleries elsewhere at surprisingly affordable prices.
It's okay for me to do commission, providing it's done the Ivey Hayes way. Now, if they say, well, I need this, I want that, and I want you to show me this or show me that, immediately then I have to say, I'm sorry, I cannot do that because of how I do things. Because in me, there's a student, then there's a master teacher. And when the master teacher shows up, Ivey becomes a paint pusher. And you can say the supernatural takes over. No longer is it about Ivey. It's about Ivey just doing that which is being shown to him. I don't have a clue as to what's going to be in this scene or whatever, but I can tell you it will be grand and fantastic, that I do know.
When this artist's gnarled fingers apply paint to canvas, mostly primary colors, it's as if he enters another world.
I'm shown many colors. When I use color, it may not relate directly to what I'm painting. So it's not about the fish, but it's more about color.
And color is what makes everything come alive in Ivey Hayes' painting.
When I paint, I become what I'm painting. Though I have to get around right now with the use of crutches. Physically, you look at me and say, now how can you do that? But mentally, I feel what I'm painting. I literally become what I'm painting. The painting takes hold of me, and we become one.